Hello everyone, today we're going to crochet the African flower granny square. Now I did start off trying to do the 6-petal version, but I just found it too difficult and it just wasn't sitting nicely once I tried to make it into a square. So I then started out doing the 8-petal version. It became very wavy by the end of this white round. So I did the final round and put it on the blocking mat, and it's actually turned out a-okay. I'm using US terminology for this project, and I'm starting it with a double magic ring. Hold your yarn end in your left hand, wrap your yarn around 2 fingers twice. Pull a loop up in the centre, yarn over and chain 1 to secure. Now of course you can start this with your chain 3 if that's what you prefer. Otherwise you can do the stacked single crochets like I do. So with the chain there, I just go in for a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your first single crochet. Pop your hook down the centre, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's the second single crochet stacked upon the other. And that also counts as a double crochet. So we're going to do 8 sets of 2 double crochets with a chain in between. So that's 1 and 2, chain 1. 2 more, 1 and 2, chain 1, 1 and 2, chain 1, and 8, 1 and 2, and a chain. Now take your hook off your work, pulling on your yarn end to see which loop cinches in. Whichever loop cinches in, you need to pull on that and it draws the other loop in first, okay, like so. Then grab your yarn end and that cinches in the other loop. And there is your first round done. Actually, I'm snipping off because I'm going to change colours. Pull that through. Do an invisible finish. So I need to go under not the first little V on the top, but the second one. Because when we make an invisible finish, we make a new little V that sits over the top of the first stitch. Send your needle down through the chain this time. Usually there's a stitch there for us. There we go, making sure there's enough space. Darn your yarn ends in. I'll meet you back for round number 2. Round number 2 with a new colour on my hook with our movable slip knot. In each chain space, we're going to do 2 double crochet, 2 chain and 2 double crochet. So nice and easy again. Yarn over, hook in, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, tighten that slip knot. That's 1 and that's 2. Now chain 2. Another 1 and another 2. No need for a chain in between. So doing double crochet times 1 and 2, chain 2, 2 more double crochets, 1 and 2. Another double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 2, 2 more double crochets, 1 and 2. One more lot, finding that chain space, that's 1 and 2, chain 2, 1 and 2. And that's round number 2 done. Snip off, pull through, darning our yarn ends in, finishing off with an invisible finish under the top of the second little V. Now take your needle down through the center of the last double crochet that we just made, and there we have an invisible finish. Darn your yarn ends in. New colour on my hook with a slip knot. Round number 3, we're going to do 7 double crochets into each chain 2 space. Then we're going to do a slip stitch down and around this little junction here. So that's 1 double crochet, cinch in that little slip knot, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now in between the 2 lots of double crochets, we're just going to do a slip stitch. So pop your hook in, pull up a loop, pull that left loop through the right loop, and now going straight back into making double crochets into the chain 2 space. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Skipping these 2 double crochets in that next little space where they join, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, pull the left loop through the loop that's on your hook, and start making double crochets again. 6 and 7. Slip stitch in this little space, hook in, pull up a loop, pull the left loop through the right. Now head on off and do all of your little shells into the top of the chain 2 space, and I'll meet you back here at the end. I'm on to the last petal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 double crochets, doing that little slip stitch, and now snipping off, because I am changing colours again, yarn end on your needle, and we need to do an invisible finish knot into that first double crochet because that's the little slip knot, working under the top of the second one. Now we're going to have to send our needle down through the center of that slip stitch, which is hanging on to round number 2, and that's A-OK too. Heading off, darning your yarn ends in. I'll see you back here soon. I've got a new colour on my hook for round number 4. We're going to be doing single crochets all around the top of these little shells, and then we'll do a spike stitch in between. So let's just start at any place. We'll start here with our first double crochet of this little shell. Pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 to make a single crochet. Into the next one. I'm working in the top of these stitches. I'm not working in between double crochets as some people do. Okay, 1 more single crochet there. Now we're going to do a spike stitch. It's basically an extended single crochet. All you have to do is pop your hook down here in this little gap on round number 2. Pull up your loop, yarn over and pull through both stitches. Now we start again with our single crochets into the top of each double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now it's a spike stitch, so hook down there in round number 2, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Working under the top of the first double crochet, second, third, 5th, 6th and 7th. And now a spike stitch. Hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now head off and work your way around the rest of this, and I'll see you towards the end. Now we're up to the last stitch, which is a spike stitch. Snipping off my yarn, pull that through, yarn onto needle, and we don't go under the first little V on the top, we're going to go under the second one. Take your needle then down through that spike stitch, and really you'll be going through round 3 and round 2 below. Darn your yarn ends in, and we'll come back to start squaring off. For round number 5, I'm popping a new colour on my hook again with a slip knot. Now we're going to start with single crochets. We want to use the very first single crochet from the row below. Okay, pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Tighten up that slip knot. Now make 3 more single crochets. 1, 2, 3 and 4 all up. Now we're going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch. Yarn over, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the stitches. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets. Yarn over, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now a second double crochet. Now in this, the top of the spike stitch, we're going to do a treble. So yarn over twice, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Chaining 2, we'll do another treble in that same space. 2, 2 and 2. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets straight into the next stitch. That's 1. In the next stitch is a second double crochet. Now we're going to do a half double crochet in the next, followed by 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we're going to do a half double crochet into the top of the spike stitch. Yarn over, hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the stitches. Now we'll do 4 single crochets again. 1, 2, 3 and 4, doing a half double crochet next. 2 double crochets, that's 1 and 2. Now we're going to do a treble. Yarn over twice into the top of that spike stitch. Pull your yarn through 1, 2 and 3 times. Chain 2 and yarn over twice for another treble in that same space. Pulling through 1, 2 and 3 times. Now we're going to do 2 double crochet. That's 1 and 2. 1 half double crochet. 4 single crochets. 2, 3 and 4. This time into the spike stitch we're doing a half double crochet. Now we're going to do 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we're going to do a half double crochet. 2 double crochets, that's 1 and that's 2. Now we're going to do a treble into the top of the spike. Pulling through once, twice and 3 times, chaining 2. Another treble, so yarn over twice into that top of the spike. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets. It's 1 and 2, a half double crochet, 4 chains, 4 single crochets. I was losing my mind then. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we'll do a half double crochet into the top of the spike, 4 more single crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4, half double crochet, 2 double crochets, that's 1 and 2. Now we're going to do a treble into the top of the spike, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2 and another treble into the top of that spike. 2 double crochets, it's 1 and 2, 1 half double crochet and 4 more single crochets, 3 and 4. Now a half double crochet into that spike, and that is the end of that round, squaring off our work. Mine is quite puckered and I'm just not sure why. Anyway, we'll do the next round and we'll see how it ends up. I'm going to snip this off, pull that through because I'm changing colours. Okay, working not under that first single crochet but under the second. Now straight down through that last stitch that you made and darn your yarn ends in. I've just popped the 6 petal version next to the 8 petal version to compare and see how that one sits really nicely. And this is what I thought when I was looking at the 8 petal versions, that they just looked a bit too busy. That's why I thought I would give this one a try. Nonetheless, let's do our next round and then I'll give this a good block and we'll see how we go. A new colour on my hook, and all we're going to do all the way around is double crochets. So we're going to do 2 double crochets in this corner. In any corner you can start, 1 and 2, chain 1 and 2 more double crochets. Yes, I'm going to go into that hidden stitch because it's wide open waiting there for me. And then just work your way around doing a double crochet into the top of every stitch. Snipping this last colour off. Pull that through, pop it on my needle and working under the second double crochet. The first double crochet has a slip knot on top of it. Send your needle down through the centre of the last double crochet that you made. Darn your yarn ends in. It's getting late. I mucked this one up this morning, so I have sat up late tonight to try again because it got the better of me. See, we're like a Spanish dancer here, you know, those ones in the ocean. Nudie branches, the way they have their beautiful flapping wings. Okay, I'm going to head off, pop this out to block, and I'll see you tomorrow. And here is our African flower granny square. Putting it on the blocking mat really did make a difference. It still has a really slight frill to it, but I feel like once it's joined to other squares, that will solve the problem of just a slight little frill. I'm going to head off. I've got 2 more granny squares to do for this series, and I'll see you all again really soon. Bye for now.